So we're trying something new today, our fellow Americans. we are. We have this fancy little microphone that we are trying to use. So we are hoping that you can actually hear it. So in the event that you are logged on at this moment, and you can you check to see if you hear us?
We're asking for your
We're
help,
asking
America.
for your help, America. Please let us know.
Speaking of America, you know what signs I'm loving seeing right now?
What?
Jesus 2020.
That's the only thing that we need in 2020. You said you can't hear us? Fantastic. Okay, well, here's hoping that it actually remains good throughout the thing. We got this fancy little microphone for good, for better sound quality. So yay for that. Anywho, so in today's Reality recap, we are going to be talking about our most asked question of this here pandemic, or what we've been hearing recently.
And it's not, who did you vote for?
No, in fact, we dodged that bullet like a
like a bullet dodger.
Like a bullet dodger. It's true. And then we're also going to be telling you about our weekly recap, our learning moment, and most importantly, what our favorite lunch item was last week. But before we do anything, we have to give the biggest shout out to our very favorite tiniest dancer, because today is Sophia's birthday. Happy birthday to ya.
Are we singing the regular one or the remixed one?
I mean,
okay.
I don't know the full words of the Stevie Wonder version. Happy birthday to you, Sophia. Happy birthday to you, Sophia. Happy birthday, tiny dancer. Happy birthday to you. Oh, we love you, girlfriend. We are sad that you are stuck in your house today, but happiest of birthday to you, Munchkin.
Yeah.
Hope your wrist feels better.
Yeah, I heard you got some rollerblades.
Yeah. Well,
Nicole knows about that.
right. I was telling your mother earlier today that last time I was on roller skates, I ended up giving myself a concussion because I was doing something that I was not supposed to do. Jen's like, let's go out running. And I'm like, I want to skate on the bike path. Not thinking that there could be like twigs and stuff involved. So
Or hills.
So I went tumbling down the hill and almost died. Gave myself a concussion. It was a really terrible thing.
I mean, it was a train wreck. Like, I literally watched the whole thing, and as she's picking up speed, I'm like, why did she think this was a good idea? Why did she think this was a good idea?
I don't know.
She probably had to put on roller skates since she was like 8 years old. Why was this a good idea?
No, we're like 18, but still. Anyway, almost died. Yay.
Oh, you're welcome.
Oh, anywho, so let's get right into it.
Yeah, most asked question.
What is our most asked question of 2020, or in the last couple of months? Jen, what do you think is going to happen in 2021? Is the market going to crash?
Absolutely not. According to economists, y'all, there is basically a 0% chance that we're going to fall into a foreclosure crisis again.
2008 will not happen again because we are not in the same situation as we were.
No. Looking at some statistics, though, back in May, there were 4.76 million homes or mortgages that moved over to forbearance. Since then, we're down to like 3 million. So, and 44% of all those that were in forbearance have either been paid off or they were just removed.
Right. So depending on your lender, forbearance is different, and it can be different. So like guaranteed rate is a servicer who I have for my lender. I have folks who have gone into forbearance, and guaranteed rate actually put those payments at the end of the loan. That not all of them are like that. There are carriers who certainly do have a balloon payment that comes due, and they're like, all right, now what? But what can happen is if you can't pay all that, they can restructure your loan if you qualify. So is some bad things going to happen with people who put their stuff in forbearance? Absolutely. Is it going to be enough to actually set America back, and there's going to be this huge crisis of people not being able to pay? It's maybe 1%.
Yeah.
So
for you people out there who think, oh, I'm going to wait to buy an investment property because there are going to be so many foreclosures.
It's not realistic.
It's not really happening.
Yeah. So lenders out there, I know that you guys are going to have opinions on stuff. Feel free to stick them in the comments. We'd love to, hear everybody's opinion on that. But from what we've been learning and listening to, this is not something that you need to wait on for 2021. 2008 is not going to happen again.
Right.
So, yeah.
Now's the time.
Now's the time. So, into our weekly recap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, Jen, how'd your Monday go last Monday?
Same Monday it is every Monday. Usual office day for me. So I was sitting here and gun through paperwork and files and organize organize my appointments for the week, so on and so forth.
That sounds so nice.
Is it?
Yeah. Is it? I mean, that's nice that you have like a day to be able to do that.
Yeah, organized time,
Yeah.
which is good.
For sure. So for me, Stevenson closed. So yay, we had this beautiful Alexandria condo on Monday. She closed. Great little first-time home buyers. Very sweet. In fact, this is the first time that I've personally used Smart Settlements, and I have to give you guys a shout out, man. I was so impressed with Lucky. She or he. I'm actually really not sure because I never talked to Lucky on the phone.
I think Lucky's a she.
All right. Well, Lucky.
We'll find out.
Yeah, we'll find out. We'll have to ask Franklin about that. But I was really impressed with your processor. They were really incredible. I mean, we still love Universal Title. Don't get it twisted. But I was very impressed with Smart and what they were able to accomplish for us.
Good.
Yeah. But then Tuesday rolls around. I had a long conversation with Dale about Realty and us keeping it into, let's see, 20 minutes because we have been going long. But if you, my beautiful friends, Americans, have any input on what you would like to hear us talk about or how you'd like us to structure our segment better, we would love to be able to hear it. All feedback is good feedback. So, yeah, anything you guys to say about that? Yeah. How was your, and we staged River Oaks too. Staged a cute little single family home.
Oh, yeah.
Andrew and I went down there and staged a cute little single family home down there.
Shoot, in the rain.
In the rain. It was
Yikes.
terrible. Yeah, we had to back the truck up into the warehouse and then back it up to the garage in order for us not to die. I hate staging in the rain. It's not something that I would ever advise because it's dangerous, but
Yeah.
we were able to accomplish that. He unloaded everything. I went in barefoot and we unloaded everything that way without actually getting hit by the rain, so it was actually all right.
Yeah. Tuesday was like a day of birthdays for me. One of my buyers, her sweet little girl, I just posted a video of her moving a chair actually on IG. She turned 4 last Tuesday. Love Abby. Scooby had his 4-month birthday. My mom's puppy had his 4-month birthday last Tuesday. And then one of my old students, she was turning 21 on Wednesday. So I had to order her some G-Town cupcakes and have those shipped out to Columbia. She's at Ohio State.
Jen told me that she was thinking about getting us Old Town Georgetown cupcakes.
I was a click away.
And we did.
I was a click away. I was like, I'm going to the gym 6 days this week. I can afford to eat 7 cupcakes. No, I didn't do it though. I shipped them all to her. Yeah, so it was fun. And then fast meal prep that day. So it was kind of like the weather was gross. So it was like a chill day to be here and like just get my calendar organized with all the birthday celebrations that are going on in the world right now. This feels like a really crazy time of year between holidays and birthdays and
not being able to have holidays and birthday. So what Jen's not telling you, she also had a complete meltdown last week about the potential to not see her family during the holidays.
Guys, I erased that from my memories. Was that on Tuesday?
I think it was.
It was an
absolute train wreck.
Complete wreck.
Yeah, poor baby.
Thanks. Now I'm back there.
Sorry, if she falls off into a hole and just starts sobbing, you'll know why. Uncontrollably sobbing.
Oh, Q, so ready, stay away from the cupcakes. Yes, Q, it was tempting. Some G-Town cupcakes, and the right way to eat a cupcake, take the bottom off, put it on top, make it a sandwich.
Basically make a delicious little sandy. It's very tasty.
It's a skill.
Yeah. And Wednesday for me, we had our team meeting. We host our team meeting every Wednesday to just check in with everybody, make sure everybody's doing good. And then Andrew and I discussed our future podcast. So we are going to be doing something cool, bringing more content out there. And doing a content just for our local small businesses around here and interviewing them. And
it'll be good.
Yeah, it'll be awesome. We're going to try to get Freedom Boat Club up first so Brent can tell us about that. He doesn't know. So Brent, if you're watching, surprise! And then Rooted Yoga will be following them. And we have a lot of really cool stuff too that we're going to be coming. So if you're a small business out there and you want us to chat with you, we would love to do that.
I love that. Yeah. Last week at the gym, I think it was on Wednesday, I was there. Well, I was there every day, but I think it was on Wednesday on Fox News. They had the spot in Occoquan.
Oh yeah,
that's featured. Yeah, because Wednesday was Veterans Day, so it was honoring vet-owned businesses. It was really cool.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, Wednesday for me, I just touched base with a lot of past clients and just kind of like feeling out after my meltdown, trying to understand what other people are planning to do for the holidays and everything, and see what's going on. And I think majority of people are hoping that it's 70 degrees on Thanksgiving and dinner can be enjoyed outside.
I would also love for it to, and it's so weird, it's possible. The weather up here in Virginia has been bananas. Like 1 minute it is a hurricane outside and 20 degrees, and then the next day we're wearing shorts and flip-flops again. I feel like I am back south because, except for the cold part, it was never cold back then, but our weather was ridiculous there.
Yeah, I can't even change up my wardrobe yet. Like my closet has not switched over yet.
I I started switching my wardrobe out, and it's still sitting in boxes right where I pulled them down because you never know whether or not you can wear shorts tomorrow or not. So that's weird.
It's true.
Thursday rolled around, I found out that I have a skin condition that I would have never known. So I have been having this like ridiculous reaction to life, and I really thought it was just stress. I'm like, I've been absurdly stressed over the last couple of months, and so I'm like, all right, well, the itching is just from stress, but it turns out I am allergic to life. So now right, so it's nothing serious, but I'm allergic to life. So now I get to take daily allergy medication, which I don't know why I wasn't doing anyway, but it's helped significantly. So I don't look like a crackhead
or sound like sandpaper. Listen to her scratch. It's like,
yeah.
Super aggressive. Me over here, I'm like,
don't do it. Get some lotion.
Yeah.
Moisturize.
Ah, it's a good thing. Well, I ratified a contract on Thursday. That's exciting. Yeah, River Club condo went under. And it was super crazy because the buyers for that, they randomly showed up Monday. The agent called and was like, hey, can we get in and see this? And we'd be like, can you schedule it online like it says to do? But they were there to see another unit. Why they didn't see mine?
Wait, that was this? I didn't know that. That's so exciting.
Yeah.
So they went to see something else and ended up loving yours better. Love that.
Shocker.
Angie, I am allergic to 2020. Like, absolutely. I really do think that is what happened. I am 100% allergic to 2020.
Yeah. Aren't we all?
It's a terrible year. We also settled on, Katya and Henry settled on their beautiful purchase out in western Prince William County. Absolutely stunning. That was a roller coaster of a ride, and I'll actually talk about that one a little bit later, just because, like, as a learning moment for me, that transaction, I had a lot of learning moments about that.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that in a sec. But
no matter how many homes you sell, honey, the second you think you got it all figured out,
you don't. Surprise!
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I learned that my learning moment that day was that Andrew actually has a really good voice for radio. I was listening to him like practice his podcast stuff.
Oh.
He actually has a really good radio
Well,
voice.
he also has a really beautiful singing voice. So,
I know. He's meant for
lights.
Yes.
For the stage. For sure.
And then what happened Thursday night, Nicole?
What did happen Thursday night? Oh, Grey's Anatomy! It's a Grey's Anatomy's back.
Season 17.
Yeah, I was so surprised to see that they did a 2-hour premiere, and I was even more surprised to see that they didn't jump right into where we left off, because Jen and I have a tradition because we love, hey T, love you, thanks for watching. Anywho, we have a tradition where the premiere of Grey's Anatomy, we always watch the last episode, and then we roll right into the first, like, the season, the new one, and so I was surprised to see that they did not roll right into like jumping into all the drama from past season. They really did this huge thing on COVID. So if you don't watch Grey's, you should at least watch that because it was a good episode. I don't feel like I need to watch it again. But it was great to see. It was cool to see how they were able to do that, and you could definitely tell that they're social distancing in a very interesting way. Yeah.
Oh, it was a good season.
It was a great. That was a good season. I was happy with that. So Friday I was down in Spotsy, just like you were down in Spotsy this morning. I was down in Spotsy on Friday morning on a walkthrough, and then we had a settlement. In fact, thank you, BJ, for the referral. Cody and Kelsey are phenomenal. We love them so much.
I wasn't in Spotsy.
You were in
Fuck here.
Fuck here.
I like saying that. My buyer likes saying it even more.
Fuck you.
Fuck your county. Like, that's not what it's called. Can't say that.
Can't say that.
What do you mean? Fuck your. Fuck here. Fuck your county. But anyway, out in Warrenton. Yeah. I lived an entire life before noon on Friday. Again, my hat goes off to parents who work. I spent the morning baking cupcakes with Cannon for his 5th birthday on Saturday. But my sister got me with the gotcha. Suzanne, queen of planning, number one procrastinator, and a Capricorn, super indecisive, all the things that are completely opposite of me. She's like, come over, we're gonna make cupcakes, blah, 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 blah. We're gonna make cupcakes. I get there, I bring my laptop, I've got some stuff I've got to do, because I've got this transaction that's under contract. I'm not using my transaction coordinator for it, because it's a quick close, so I'm like, oh my god, I gotta make sure I'm on top of everything. I have my computer up, and she goes, great, so I've got about 5 more minutes of recreational time that I can give you before I have to jump on a call. I was like, I'm sorry, what? So I'm like, powering away to get this work done. Cannon's like, Aunt Jen, auntie, when are we gonna do cupcakes? When are we gonna do? I'm like, oh my god. And then you've got the dogs barking because I took Louie over there with me, and then Scooby, who's 4 months old, and that was a whole thing. 4-month-old puppy. I don't know how to say these things. So Scooby's going crazy. Louie is running from him. Cannon is screaming, auntie. my mother, who knows what she's doing, but she's wanting to have conversation too. My computer's staring at me. I've got emails and texts coming through, phone calls going. It was just like a whole moment before noon. So I was ready to come home and go to sleep, but I couldn't. Then I had to continue working.
Right. Did you do anything else fun? We have these notes, and Jen wrote a really long note.
Yeah, what did I say? Oh, this was a learning moment though. Verifying, so when our home warranties are ordered for our clients, I jump into the system, especially if it's like a septic well or like just kind of like a special property. I'll jump into my portal with Super and just make sure that it's the exact coverage and the exact plan that we talked about them getting. Because the wrong plan was selected. So
learning moment.
Yeah, so I made sure. I mean, they close tomorrow. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
But something was telling me, oh, you should double check. Like, oh, I saw the invoice come through, but jump online, make sure it's right. And glad I did, because it wasn't. Yeah, so that was good.
And then, Saturday is basically our Monday as real estate agents. So, well, I say
it wasn't for me
for
this
her.
weekend.
Yeah, it wasn't for her this weekend, but typically it is. So Saturday and Sunday we held our new listing on Greendale open, and it's still a poppin' market, man. We had 15 parties about 15 parties through the first day.
Bananas.
And a lot the second day on Sunday as well.
And did you find a lot were neighbors or like
We had a
actual
couple,
buyers on the market?
Both. I mean, we had a couple of neighbors, but the neighbors were bringing their friends who had buyers. It's fun being in our community too, because we get to meet people that we haven't necessarily met in the past. So it was cool. It was a great time. And then after that, Will and I were on the social committee, and we had our first movie, our drive-in movie of the year that we didn't get rained out at, and that was so cute.
I saw the picture. It was super cute.
Yeah,
that screen was huge.
Yeah, it was really huge because we were parked in like the very back of the parking lot checking people in, and we could still hear and see it just fine.
So wait, the sound projected from it too, or into the car?
Well, both. So you had an option. You could either get into 88.3 and listen to the movie, or they had like 4 big speakers set up in case you wanted to be out your car. So yeah, it was so cute. It was so big country events. They're awesome. If you're in the DMV area, big shout out to them. If you need them, they do bouncy houses, they do movies, they do all the stuff. But very cool experience. Very great customer service.
D-Lar, love me some Grace. Who doesn't?
Who doesn't? It's so good.
I don't watch a whole lot of live TV, but that show I make sure to watch.
Yeah. And then Sunday after our little, I was going to do the open house, but then Will graciously decided to do the open house, and then me, Jen, and Nikki went to a winery all day.
The rain held out.
It did. It was a wonderful.
Perfect.
Yeah, it was a wonderful day, much needed before our world shuts down again. So
yeah.
Please don't. I know. Potomac Point Winery down in Stafford has some of the best wine around here. I swear it.
Super good. I'm a red girl all day long, and I enjoyed a bottle of white.
Got a bottle of white, which was the strangest thing I think I've ever seen. I was like, are we in upside down land?
I mean, hello, 2020.
Right?
Yeah.
Soup's weird.
It's good though. Oh, of course I finished the night with red.
That Avenado. It's my favorite over there, for sure. All right, learning moments. We're going to wrap this baby up. So what is your biggest takeaway and your biggest learning moment from last week?
Biggest takeaway or like my highlight?
I mean, whatever you want it to be. I called it a learning moment. For me, it was a learning moment. What was your highlight /
Well, my highlight, I'm going to give you 2 things. So my highlight and then my learning moment. So highlight last week for sure was, as stressful as it was, baking cupcakes with Cannon on his birthday. The day before his birthday, and then ratifying the condo, because I was starting to get a little nervous. Condo's been sitting for a bit. So I was a little concerned with that. So that was cool. But then for sure the learning moment was double checking that home warranty. It seems like such a simple thing that we should be thinking of doing, but we just take for granted that, our team jumps in the system and they do the home warranty order for us, and everything is fine. But
sometimes you need to go back there and check, which is actually a really good segue into my highlight and my learning moment were the same thing. So my highlight was Henry and Katya closing, because that was it could have been a very stressful transaction, and it was not as smooth as sometimes we hope. And my biggest learning moment there is they are I sold their house. I love them. They're friends of mine. They're wonderful. And I was tag teaming this with Will, because there's a lot of physical things that need to be done whenever you're selling, working with buyers, going to inspections, things like that. So Will was helping them out. And what I realized is that whenever you have somebody who wants to be not spoken to a certain way, but their communication style is very specific. There are things that can get lost in translation. So there was, more stressful moments than needed to be, that I could have adjusted that if I would have been more involved. And so it's like you're stuck as a business owner, like in a rock and a hard place. It's like, yes, I needed to be there a little bit more to understand what was going on, because I know them, like personally I know them, versus like handing it off thinking everything is going to be fine, whenever it could have just been adjusted if I would have been a little bit more hands-on with somebody that I previously worked with, if that makes sense.
I get that.
So it was like a lot of apologies of like, I love you guys, and they still love us, and everything is still great, and they settled and all that jazz, but it could have gone smoother for them, and that's something that I take to heart, because I pride myself on service. So, yeah, that was my learning moment. What did Angie say? She said, so sad I couldn't join you. We were sad that you couldn't join us either, because they gave us a 6-person table, and it was just 3 of us. So,
we had a resi for 4.
Yeah, we had a resi for 4.
Yeah. She said their fall sangrias are really good.
I don't know. The fall sangria that I had there, I was not a fan. Like, so they had an apple and whatever. What do you call that?
Apple cider
mimosa that was out of this world. But then we got the apple pie sangria, and we choked down that pitcher. Like, it was not delightful. But
I'm making that face. I'm like, sangria. I love apple pie, but I love it as a sangria.
And I love apple pie moonshine. It's one
taking
of my
as moonshine. I was just gonna say.
Right, but as a sangria, I was not in love with it at all. Yeah. I guess
favorite lunch.
Yeah, wrap this baby up with our favorite lunch. Mine was the winery. They have a pimento cheeseburger that is
super good.
Phenomenal. Like,
super good.
Absolutely phenomenal. I was blown away. So that was my favorite thing from last week. Most memorable.
That was the tastiest thing for me, for sure, but it wasn't my favorite lunch because I regretted it this morning.
I was gonna say
So, not my favorite moment. My favorite lunch is the same thing I eat every day, kids. 2 cups of salad, 4 ounces of 99 to 1 lean ground turkey, 99 grams of cucumbers, 5 cherry tomatoes, and 2 tablespoons of Caesar yogurt dressing. It's super good. It's a salad.
Yeah.
But like, I have it all deconstructed in my little container. It's really great. I enjoy it.
Well,
Every day.
I am proud of you for sticking to your trainer's plan.
Yeah, not this
She
weekend.
has a lot of, what do you call that?
Willpower?
Willpower. A lot of willpower.
I did it this weekend. I ate Thai food on Saturday, which was really good. I had red curry salmon. So good. Again, regretted it. And then Sunday. Sunday.
I mean, we were at the winery from 1:30 until 6. So we were basically tasting our little happy hearts.
So good. So good. But I got the gym at 4:15 today. Gotta do 45 minutes of cardio to try and work that off, get some weight.
Yeah. Anywho, that's our weekly recap, kids. We are happy that you joined us today. And like I said, I didn't tell you this, so we are running a contest. If you look on Instagram, it's a $50 contest of what should our tagline be, our sign-off tagline. So we've gotten some really funny things right now, but we're going to run it for the next, week or 2 to see if we can get some pretty good ideas. But anyway, the winner is going to get a $50 gift certificate. I think we sent to Amazon, but
I just laughed because I remembered the ones that Angie rattled off that my crazy sister Suzanne came up with, and I was
didn't
like,
make sense.
she had to have been drinking when she wrote those. She's a bottle of wine in. Disregard. Erase. Delete.
She did have one cute one though.
Did she?
Well,
they were all long.
They
They
were
were
all
like
long.
a paragraph.
Yeah. So what we are looking for is a tagline, like the one that we've been saying, stay hungry and don't get murdered. But that's just because that's 2 mashed up taglines from our favorite podcast. So yeah, we just need something fun to say at the end. So tell us what you think it should be.
Yeah, and Angie reiterates the $50 Amazon gift card to the winner.
Anyways, our little kittens, we love you very much. We hope you have a happy week, and we'll see you next month.